Yeah, it goes everybody because they will continue on enduring this game, Cupid. Oh gosh. Is this cowardice or stupidity? You fancy him, don't you? You hate him, don't you? You fancy him, don't you? Or maybe. The voice petered out into an abrupt, chilly silence. Rosa waited, sweat dripping down her brow. I knew it. You fancy him, don't you? You filthy whore. It's not like that, Mother. Past and present, rinse and repeat. Always, always a selfish little girl. Rosa was horrified. No, I'm not selfish. A selfish little girl that loves a murderer more than her own mother. With this final proclamation, Rosa was struck to the floor. The feeling of fading was stronger than ever. Alone in the dark, she lay there, panting like a sick dog, waiting for what would come next. Catherine's voice squeezed itself into her aching brain. Ginemya killed me. He made me love him and then betrayed me. He deserves death. Only you can kill him. I can't kill him. It's what I want. That's not true. It is. I want to see justice served. You'll do that for me, won't you, Rosa? My darling daughter. I could always count on you to do the right thing. So kill him. Kill Ginemne. Kill him. Promise me. Make him suffer. Stab him with a knife. Laughs. Stick a dagger down his throat. Gouge his eyes out. Execute his sentence. Rosa clutched her head so hard she thought her skull would burst. For a long moment she lay as though she were dead. 5 minutes, 10 minutes passed. Then in the middle of the empty room, Rosa's voice rang out as clear as a bell. I understand. Okay. Rosa knocked on Ginemya's door carrying a tray of food. She had been poisoning his meals in small doses for weeks now, taking note of any ill effects it yielded. There had been none. Ginemya was still fit and healthy as ever. No symptoms at all, even after she had increased the dosage. Either she hadn't eaten anything for a month, or he was immune to poison. Both possibilities were suspect. Rosa knocked again. There was no response from the other side of the door. It may have worked. It was not a total loss, however. She remembered Catherine mentioning how particular Ginemya was with his sleep. Just as she had been about to give up, she had ventured on this hunch. It was true. Ginemya was curiously rather sensitive to sedatives. Rosa had offered rose tea to Ginemya that afternoon, under the guise that she had made a new recipe. It had been laced with opium and valerian, sweetened with honey to mask the taste. Whether or not it was the casting of Philia, he had drunk it without second thought. He had retired early that evening. Rosa noted a grogginess visible in his gait. She snuck the master key this evening. Tonight is her night. Rosa pushed the door to his room open. It took a couple of seconds for her eyes to adjust to the darkness. It felt like a different world inside this room. By closing the door, it was as if she had cut herself off from the living. Rosa took an unsure step once she found her bearings. She placed a trail of blood on the nearest flat surface, careful not to make any noise. The key-light candle provided little comfort. It seemed to cower from the intimidating blanket of shadows. Rosa heaved. The air felt humid here, the atmosphere almost stale. Now that she was inside and venturing deeper, a sudden impulse to find the exit gripped her. She looked back. The door seemed rather farther away. Why was she so anxious? She had been in this room before. It was perfectly normal. But tonight, the room seemed to breathe. Rosa gulped. What a curious word. There was no other way to describe it, though. The flickering shadows made it seem like the walls were respiring around her. The room felt alive. Staying alive? It was asleep like its owner, but alive. In the dim light of her candle, the red carpet looked like flesh. The furnishings were viscera. It didn't feel like she entered the room at all, but a belly. Something dotted in the corner of her eye. Rosa snapped her head. Just a curtain. Rosa let out a breath she was holding in her chest, aware with every move her body made. She tiptoed towards the canopy. It was perhaps the highlight of the room, an organic monstrosity of red plush and velvet. From afar, from afar it didn't look like a bed at all, but a cage. If the room was a cavern of meat, then this was its heart. Rosa approached. Every muscle in her body was tense. She could see a figure sprawled on the bed, limbs sticking out clumsily. He was lying on his chest bareback, clothes littering the floor. Janania seemed to have fallen into the bed instead of climbing in. One of his arms stuck out from the mattress. His breath was fitful but slow, a light snore coming from him. What was that? Rosa looked down the source of the noise, but the room was still. A slow trickle of sweat traced her spine. Did that come from the window? Should she check? Rosa didn't move. Something was in the room with her. She could feel it. She stole a glance at Janania. He hadn't moved from the bed. Rosa's ears tried to pick up the faintest noise. It felt like hours of her staying frozen on that spot, wishing to blend with the darkness. It feels like fucking hours whenever I read this fucking dialogue. But it's only like, 5 minutes? Oh, shit. But there was no one there. She had probably imagined it. She took a deep breath and calmed herself down. The sooner she was out of this room, the better. Philia's effect would diminish once the candle died. After that, she might have not another chance. She had to find out more about him tonight. The thought of her goal helped her steel her nerves, yada yada. Where should she begin? She took a step. Rosa nodded her head, looking for the source of the skittering noise. Her ears were too sensitive now. She heard every creak and moan in the room. She took a deep breath. Focus. Rosa surveyed everything. There was a book by Ginenia's bedside table. It was only a couple of steps away, but she'd have come dangerously close to the bed. As much as she could, she'd rather maintain the distance between her and the creature on the bed. Creature? Why did she think that? Perhaps it was the arrangement of the sheets, of their shadows, playing their tricks, but Rosa shook her head. God damn it! Get to the fucking point! Perhaps there was another place to look. You've come here to gather information. You should check the book. Rosa sighed. Mother was right. She had to check every source to be sure. She inched herself closer to the bed. The faint candlelight indicated that the book on the bedside was red. It wasn't a journal she had seen Ginania write in. Rosa tiptoed her way closer. Ginania's hand dangled mere inches away. She reached her arms towards the book and swiped it noiselessly. Morning neighbor's dog, I don't give a shit if this gets recorded or if your barking gets picked up by the mic, I don't care. The candle almost went out with her sigh. She backed up from the bed with the book under her arm. Adrenaline surged in her blood. It almost made her smile. Rose examined her prize, a book in a foreign language. She remembered seeing such thin, obscure characters somewhere. She wasn't sure which country, but it was probably Asian. She flipped the book and saw a piece of parchment folded on one of the other pages. A sailing permit for a barge named L.A. La Victoria, dated for the end of the month, 2 days from now. It outlined the cargo and purposes of the trip with no date of return. Traveling? No. Leaving. Ginania was planning to leave. This was a suspicion she had since she had started observing him. His sudden aloofness with the town affairs, the secret purchase of a ship, the decrease of service in his employ. Now it was confirmed. It's just as well we found this. We must hit it tonight before there's a chance to escape. Although it was a good thing to confirm the suspicion, the fact helped her little. If anything, it just made her even more urgent to find something tonight. She had to continue. Rosa steadied herself and stepped back to the bed. Her hand finally brushed against the wood of the table after something quiet fumbling. She caught sight of something shiny inside the drawer. Open it, child. Rosa pulled the drawer open ever so slightly. She peeked inside. Inside was a ornate dagger with a golden hilt set with rubies. An old delicate pattern was carved on its blade. There was a heat emanating from it, almost like it was alive, like the rest of the room. She almost missed it in the dim light, but there was also a key in the same cabinet. I don't care. Take the dagger first. It might come in handy. Rosa closed her fingers around the dagger's hilt. A sudden feeling of repulsion came over her. She didn't want to hold the dagger any more than she wanted to hold a bloody human tooth. Yet his mother said there might be of use for it later. She extracted the dagger carefully from the drawer, keeping her eyes bouncing between her prize and the sleeping man. Finally, the dagger was in her hand. There was power in it, she could tell. The sleek blade glinted with a sinister wink. Rosa placed it in her pocket. Janania shifted. Rosa blew the candle out. She scuttled behind the small table. It barely hit her. Janania changed positions in his sleep. Now his face was in full view and facing her direction. Rosa's heart banged in her chest. Oh God, get to the point already, fuck! It was so loud she was concerned the room might echo the sound and announce her intrusion. Rosa waited for a few minutes before moving. Ah, fuck, shit, god damn it, boring! She decided to crouch down, holding the unlit candle close to her chest. Easy now. She shuffled away from the bed in relief. The candle was dead, but her eyes were now well adjusted to the darkness. She could make out a desk in the furthest part of the room. He must do most of his writing there. There is a huge chance the journal is near. It wasn't very dignified, but Rosa decided to crawl towards it. Now that Jimeno's face was in full view, a flutter of the eyelid was all it would take to catch her. It would be better to minimize her risk. She dropped to her knees and placed her palms on the floor. Come on. She drew her hand back. Was she imagining it? When her palms touched the floor, it felt warm, wet. Her fingers were stuck into the floor as if she touched soft, pulpy flesh. The hallucination was so strong that her nose detected a spray of iron in the air. Her stomach heaved. She rubbed her hand. There was no wetness or blood anywhere. The floor was solid. It must have been her imagination. Blah 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 blah. For fucking game, this drags on for fucking forever. Get to the fucking point already, God. This game. Rosa touched the floor, warily patting it and pulling on the carpet fibers. Just a normal carpet. God, it's so boring. Rosa let out slow, small breaths as she started to move once more. She patted her way to the desk. Every time her skin came into contact with the floor, bile rose up her throat. It took some effort to resist the urge to gag. Finally, the desk was directly in front of her. Just god damn it, please! Stab the guy already! Rosa rummaged. There was no trace. Oh god, so many fucking dialogues that are skipped and still fucking talking about this garbage shit! There was no trace of the book at the tabletop. She only found a pot of ink, loose sheets of paper, and a quilt. The damn thing had to be closed. She opened the first shelf, found a stack of papers. Nothing. Shuffled through them, but the drawer didn't have the journal. She looked through the second drawer and the third. There was nothing of interest. Finally pulled on the last drawer. It was locked. Rosa sucked the air through her teeth. Of course it's locked. How could I have been so stupid? I don't know. This fucking writing's so fucking boring. Rosa slumped in a depressed heap. Why did you use the dagger to pry the drawer open? You stupid idiot. Why not use the key? Rosa looked at the sharp dagger in her hand. The idea appealed to her more than returning to the bedside door to try the key she didn't take. Yeah, what the fuck? She shivered. The thought of approaching the bed again made her stomach wind into a tight knot. She might have to try this first. Oh god, boring shit. Rosa positioned the knife to pry open the tip of the drawer. The wood wasn't terribly thick. The more prying, she felt the wood give under her force. Soon she heard a snap. The drawer slid open. Rosa looked inside. There it was. In her eyes, the green journal was a treasure. She lifted the book from its resting place. It was heavier than she expected. Rosa smiled. She ran her hands. Oh god, fucking hell. Where is this guy to fucking get to the fucking point? Oh. This game. She ran her hands along the velvet cover of the book, savoring the texture. At last she had it. Child. Mother's voice was riddled with anxiety. Something is wrong. Her excitement had clouded her senses. Almost at once she felt the change in the air. Everything was still. Her stomach shrunk into its cavity. Fresh sweat broke out on her scalp. This silence. It had weight. It pressed on her skin and made the air thin in her lungs. Rosa stood up. Another movement stirred the darkness. Were those footsteps? Rosa froze. She heard a sigh. A chuckle. A soft, amused whisper. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. I spy with my little eye. Her brain fired several commands all at once, but her body was paralyzed by fear. Warm breath tickled her nape. She felt a hand reach out for her neck. Oza turned. There was no one there. Oh my god. She grabbed up from the floor, journal in hand, eyes focused on the rim of light bordering the door. She grabbed the knob and half expected it to be locked, but it turned and she dashed out of the door, panting. It's still not fucking done with this one ending? Oh, god damn it, kill me. Rosa was sure that any second now a hand would pull her back into the accursed room. A figure would be standing there, grinning from ear to ear. Little thief. She was so sure that the words almost materialized. Nothing came. Nothing stirred. The room was simply dead. Rosa finally caught her breath. She urged herself to move. There was no time to linger. Despite her shaky legs, she wanted to put as much distance between herself and the room as possible. Rosa gathered her wits and stared at the journal in her hand. She hoped it would contain the information they needed. Chapter 6. The warm dim light of the library rose up at the journal's cover. She wasn't too surprised to find what a number of entries were in different tongues. The days jumped from this decade to decade. The writing spanned centuries. Another suspicion validated. Janania was not human, or at least she did not have a normal human lifespan. This discovery made Rosa search her mind for her date of birth. It distressed her that she could not remember. She shook her head and turned back to the journal. Despite the multitude of languages, the first entry was translated and rewritten several times. For sentimental reasons, perhaps. Or maybe a feeble attempt at reminiscing a more innocent time. I'm learning to write. Alia gave me paper. I like Alia. She wants me to call her mother. She smells like oranges. She says I am a gift from the goddess, but I don't know any goddesses. Alia calls me Rai. I guess that is my name now. It is nice to have a name. The other preceding pages were still in a different language. Rosa flipped through the pages until she came upon one she could read. They call me Eros, a god of divine. A god, a divine. They don't understand what I am. They either build me statues or spit at my fate. I am a muse, I am a blight, a symbol, but I am not the answer. It seems ironic, isn't it, that love craves, love above all, that which I need, that which I am, poisons me to the point that I am sick of this taste. God damn it. The font is also pretentious as fuck. It's so annoying to read. It's still fucking going. 6 May. I see it in the way people look at me, the way they act around me. Some would of course think of me as blessed. I have youth, health, and the gift of being loved, but I found that these gifts are cursed as well. My youth forces me to always wander. My looks guarantee that I will always stand out. And love? The very same marriage that blesses me quickly turns rabid. Yet I understand why. Oh love, we all crave it, don't we? In the end, we are all drunk on the idea that only love could heal our brokenness. Do you all think I am this cure? But I keep hoping there might be something else besides this twisted sentiment. There must be, mustn't there? Rosa read the words and found them tugging at her heart. This was the same feeling she had had for years. It almost seemed like the words were her own. Fuck, still fucking going. Holy fucking shit, this is long. I know I'm not supposed to be writing this, God forgive me, I do not want to write it down. If I do, it will be the truth. Oh Lord, please forgive me. I didn't mean to do it, I just wanted to stop hurting. I am hiding now. I slashed my face and cut my hair so they would not recognize me. Pain is good, a penance. Oh Lord, please, if there is God listening, please strike me down. Bad memories began to surface in Rose's mind. Desperation, a corded animal that fought back. It reminded her of her own sins. Her hands were drenched in red, and yet here she was planning to kill another man. This had been her goal all along, hadn't it? That same familiar guilt began to stir in her mind. She bit her lip. Rose skipped some entries, most of them were garbled, almost incomprehensible. They were written in old ink, faded and unloved. Still, though they were melancholic, they painted a picture of a man with sufficient black humor to keep sane. Fuck. Oh god, when will this fucking end? 28 November, the plague has confirmed my suspicions that I do not die from sickness. I don't know how to feel about that. Everyone is dead. But on the bright side, everyone is dead. Oh my god. Look at this wall of fucking text with this annoying fucking font. 7 June 1489. For decades I have searched for something in this life, and I am always disappointed by transients. What am I looking for? Meaning, hope, love, death, maybe? I can bleed wounds to the heart, heal slower than the rest of my body. I think I may die if wounded enough. There you go. I have tried that. There was a time when seeing myself bleed was the only reminder that I am not numb. God, it's so annoying to read. Holy shit. Yet my body does not form scars no matter how many times I draw my knife. Like any sign of age or ugliness, they all fade. A wrinkle today, gone the next, as if my body isn't even my own to brand. That is a shame. I want to mar? Whatever. I want to mar my body so badly that anyone who sees me will flee. But I have tried that too. People are crueler when you are ugly. Why is that? Why do they feel the need to punish you simply because you are detestable? Perhaps because they can, or perhaps because it is easy to be cruel to those which do not belong. I don't belong. It would be nice to disappear one day. You know why they beat you up? It's because of this wall of fucking text. There it is. There is confirmation that he can be killed. So he bleeds like everyone else but heals enough not to die. A strike to the heart. If you find a way to leave this wound open, perhaps he can be exterminated. Rosa continued reading. Almost another feeling was starting to grow in her chest. She began to question her cause the more she read through the journal. Why? This game is so fucking boring. Oh, god damn it. Nothing sucks the life out of me more than a visual novel that just drags on and it's fucking boring as fuck. Not only that, the font fucking sucks. I have been staying the old Marsh farm. They are good people. They invited me to eat with them. It was in the warmth of their fire that I knew that I must leave. I will only destroy their happiness. For the briefest moments, I was able to experience what it is like to be part of a family. Not an outsider, but accepted. Rosa shuffled through more pages and saw a different penmanship in one such entry. It caught her eye. Fucking hell. Shit. January 1500, new century, I like it. The smell change in the air, it is so much easier to lie when you have the means. Trading is a good sport. My name nowadays is Baron Eric. Fucking asshole. I don't care what your fucking last name is. How could I have forgotten mankind's paralyzing obsession with titles? Names have power, titles have power. I simply bought a horse and good robes and introduced myself as such. Everyone fond of it. I could get used to this. The taste is refreshing. I must plan this better next time. A background, a story. People love stories. Maybe I shall be an actor next. Oh, fuck. It's so fucking boring. When will this end? 27th March 1507. Cretins everywhere. Human nature stays the same. The powerful will take advantage of the damned. Of what? Of the damned? Yeah. Fuck. I hate this fucking font. I hate this fucking wall of text. I hate this fucking dragging things on and on. Why do you do this? Your fucking game. So it is all a struggle for control. Is that all there is? I thought it would be more. I thought it would be different somehow. In a learned class, in a different era. I was a fool to expect more. Fortunately, I am already well acquainted. Boring. The next entry fellowship was scratchy and difficult to understand. Boring. Did I tell you you felt it in my bones? Yeah, that's enough. Fuck this. You have learned enough. You know what he is and how to kill him. There is no more need to read further. Yeah. We just needed to read about how he can be killed. Why drag on for what feels like forever? This fucking game! Rosa's hands were shaking by then. A growing feeling of understanding came over her. His thoughts were too much like her own. They were too similar. Jemima consumed love. Rosa remembered the taste in her mouth when she had kissed Catherine. There was something else in that kiss, a boundless flavor that caught her mouth and made her realize how hungry she was. The same night that Catherine began to change, Rosa's throat throbbed. The thumping felt like it resonated through her whole body. She fell to her knees. The same feeling of dread rose up in her throat. The mere mention of the thought seemed to summon the feeling in her chest. She gagged. Did I taste Catherine's love that night? Then that means I am also, yeah. Mother, am I the same? Oh, finally figured out, have you? Do you see it now? My child, he is a monster. The very thing I stopped you from becoming. Don't you see? I saved you. I stopped you from feeding on other people's love. I didn't want you to be filthy. Mother's love is all you need. You have learnt enough. Now you know what to do. Kill him. Kill him. He is what I have feared the most, Rosa. He must perish. Rosa's face contorted into worry. The discovery of Jemima's identity shook her to the core. But it also made her feel the burden of their years together. Perhaps the understanding of his pain as well. We must really do this, Mother. You still have doubts after everything you have learned? No, but this knowledge just makes me want to... You stupid child. Can't you see it is what should be done? Do it for the greater good. Do it for me. He should be stopped. It is the right thing to do. Is it really? It is easy to say that, but what do you really want? To destroy him, of course, to stop him from hurting more people. He must be stopped. If he will not stop, there will be more victims in the future. He has grown in pride and greed. There is no telling what he will do further. He is nothing but a monster, a rabid dog that must be put down. But is it really the right thing? Is death the only way to change him? Yes, it is. Just kill the guy already, fuck. Of course it is. There's no other chance. It's the only way to stop him. He is a monster. Besides, it's what he deserves. Am I not like him, Mother? I am also a monster. We are the same. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, and it's part of my regret to have ever loved you. But that is why I'm here, to keep you from becoming the monster he is. Now that you know his true face, there's only one thing to do. Kill him. Rosa bit her lip until she could taste blood. But Mother, please, don't make me kill anyone again. I am scared. Don't worry, I will guide you. You've done it before. What is the matter? Haven't you done it before? That was an accident. No, it is necessary. Accident or not, your hands are already dirty. What's a little more blood to you? That's not true, This isn't right. I can't kill another person, Mother. Fuck. Yes, you can. You must. To fulfill your goal, it is necessary to crush things along the way. Just remember that they don't matter. It is just you and I forever, darling. Trust no one. Love no one but me. The rest of the world can crumble it to dust. You have thought about punishing him too, haven't you? Oh, God. This game. What? No. Catherine and him, they both are forbidden fruit that you crave so badly. Mother keeps you right, darling. Mother keeps you clean. If you kill the dirty man, then you will stay pure. No, you don't have to be confused. But continue. Convince. My dear child, don't you see this is the right thing to do? Is it? Yes, my darling, you have read his journal, have you not? He is tired. We are doing him a favor. But it shouldn't be up to me to decide. It's not how it's supposed to. Believe in Mother, child. Mother knows what is best for you, my darling. Do you believe that? Yes, Mother. I have protected you and loved you all these years, haven't I? Yes, Mother. All my sacrifice were for you, you degenerate. Tears formed in Rose's eye. She grabbed her head and scratched viciously. No, I don't understand anymore. I am so confused. Please, Mother. Don't cry, honey. Shush. Yeah, this just drags on for fucking forever. This game's so fucking boring as shit. God damn it. How about you stop dragging things on and just fucking get to the point already? I mean, yeah, there should be details that build up to stuff, but holy fuck, is it boring to read. Shit, this game, seriously. If you want to try it again for yourselves, that is your description. That's all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.